I think if you look at most organisations and look at how they use IT, you can put that on a scale. And at the far left of the scale, if you like, you've got IT as a business support tool. So applications and services that I use for line of business, so HR, payroll, etc. And then the other end of the scale, you've got organisations whose IT is their business, where if they didn't have efficient, cost-effective IT, they wouldn't have a business. A good example is Betfair, where if their systems aren't performant, if their systems don't deliver a service quality and a service level, then that directly impacts their bottom line. One of the challenges that organisations have, and traditionally have had, is that 75% of their IT budget is tied up in infrastructure. Gartner have said a few years ago that 75% of an IT budget is spent keeping the lights on, which means I've got 25% of my budget to spend on other activities like competitive edge, like development and the line of business applications that any business needs these days. But the challenge that they have is that they're spending 75% of their budget to stand still and have a strategic requirement to bring the business forward. And it's almost like you're trying to change the wheels of a Formula One car when you're doing 200 miles an hour. It's difficult to stop, step back, evaluate, think differently. And so as Fujitsu, what we do for organisations is precisely that, is to take a view on where are you now, where do you want to get to, what are the critical steps to get there, what are the critical applications, how do we deliver a service level and a service quality, but also aligned to a budget, and what is it the business that is asking me to do differently, or what new services do I have to develop, which in a normal run of things would not be a significant challenge. But when you look at the number of respondents who are saying that actually their budgets are flat, so they're not expecting to spend any more this year than they did last year, or they're not expected to be granted any more to spend this year than last year, then you come back to doing more with less. And the do more with less thing is about creating efficiencies in that infrastructure tier and through the application tier that are going to deliver those savings to allow me to invest more in strategic applications. And I think that organisations are very much focused on where we are now keeping the lights on rather than where we need to be, and it takes another organisation to step in and do that in the light of new technologies and new solutions that are coming to the market every day, which makes people look at the existing infrastructure and say, well, it's older and inappropriate. Maybe there are newer ideas that need to be implemented.